everybody, we are back here at Cook Against It Microfarms with Tim and Christine, and I was not prepared for this, but they threw something at me and I couldn't resist. I have no idea what this is, so I'm going to just turn it over to them. Tim, what are we going to be eating here?
Well, the first fruit is called a mamey, aka Mamey Sapote. It has a cherry red flesh. It's a little bit dark right now, but it's been in the fridge for about a week. This is a very unique Central American fruit. The fruit takes 2 years from flower to fruit to mature on the tree.
Oh, wow.
And so it's a long-lived crop, native to Yucatan, Mexico. It's now grown all over most of the world. But
So before you describe the flavor, I want to do a blind kind of taste test.
Okay.
But so these here are, I'm guessing, because of how long they take, rather expensive in general to purchase?
They can be. They're like $6 a pound.
Okay, and these are pretty heavy,
sometimes
so
less, yeah. It completely depends. It's a recent effort to put the crop on store shelves, and it seems to be succeeding because these are ripening up just fine. So it's got a big old seed in the middle too.
Okay. All right. So the inside looks very slimy. So this is a very interesting looking fruit, and I'm not going to say positive or negative. Let's just say interesting. It's extremely slimy, and it looks like almost like a chocolate pudding that dried a little bit, and it's got, I will say, it's not the most appealing look in the world.
Yeah, it's not the ripest. It's ripe, but it's been it's a little bit fermenty, which is kind of how you want them. I like it when they're fermenty like this.
Once again, I can't accurately describe the flavor, so.
That's
oh, is that
that's
mine?
your spoon,
Okay.
So let's see about
we
this.
can just switch.
All right, so
There we go.
I'm going in blind. This is legit. I have not tried this one yet. I'm going to take a big old heaping spoonful of, what's this called again?
Mamey.
Mamey. Mamey. All right. All right, here we go. Cheers. Oh. That is something.
It's interesting, right?
I don't like it. Timothy does though.
I love them.
It actually tastes, I got this, hold on, like pumpkin pie. That's it, pumpkin pie?
I taste pumpkin with a little bit of cherry and a little bit of woodiness.
Yep, okay.
Yeah.
So I am actually proud of myself. I could get the, I knew it was something.
Yeah.
It's actually, yeah, it's not bad. And it's, I'd say I'm catching not only sweetness, but a little bit of salt too. Am I catching salt tones?
Oh yeah. Yeah, it's a very rich, calorie dense and nutrient dense fruit. So there's all kinds of stuff in it, salt, sweet.
Sometimes it can be more sweet too.
Sometimes it can be sickeningly sweet.
Really?
This one is not. It's probably because it was picked slightly underripe.
Okay, so once again, that inside is a very, I would...
It's kind of like dark grayish red.
Yeah.
The best ones are kind of pumpkin orange to cherry red. And those are fresh off the tree in Mexico. You have to be in the place where they grow them to get them that fresh, though.
All right, so here's an odd, random question for you, and you might not be able to answer that.
All right.
You see a lot of fruits, right, that are on trees, or like berries and whatnot. How the hell do people decide what is like, okay, this is going to kill me, and this tastes good? Here's my, I'm not articulating as well as possible.
Yeah.
If I saw this, I would think this is not something that's edible. It just does not look appealing at all.
Doesn't, no.
So how do people eventually like think, oh yeah, I mean, just trial and error, they've tasted this and...
Trial and error. Sometimes they watch the animals. You know, it's one of these things that's been passed down traditionally for a long time. This is actually a domesticated fruit, believe it or not. And, you know, they were originally consumed by megafauna, you know, the giant land creatures back in the Pleistocene era.
Yeah.
And now humans tend them. So it's kind of a leftover relic that humans have been eating for a long time. And who knows who the first person was to even try it, you know. But I know some people take cues from the animals and other things like that, or the indigenous people, that sort of thing.
I'd say it's always best to be the second person to try something, not the first.
Yeah.
You know, just in case. So, all right. So one more time, it is called Mamey.
Mamey. Yep.
Mamey. And it originates in Central America?
Yucatan area, Central America, Mexico, yep.
Okay. All right. So if you are in the area of a market that has one, I'd say give it a shot. It's very unique flavored. It's almost like, again, pumpkin pie, sweet, salty, and other tones. And how many times do you ever get to say, I ate a mamey? There you go. All right, so from Ocko Microfarm, I'm Drake. This is Tim and Christine. Thank you for checking us out, and we have some more interesting stuff coming up next.